Are you ready?
Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Molly Ringwald, and this is my review of Triple Tap. Derek Yee directed this sequel to his earlier film, Double Tap. I have to be honest, right at the outset, I didn't particularly care for this film, but at least I know where the critique belongs. It sits squarely on the shoulders of Derek Yee, who wrote and directed Triple Tap. So let's start with him. Triple Tap meanders narcotically along, a job usually reserved for me, until it manages to stumble into a plotline. I spent more than the first third of the film waiting for the story to begin. Maybe I read too much, maybe I'm overeducated, maybe I'm just a whiny, petulant scumbag, or maybe I have a hard time watching characters in a movie make profoundly illogical and idiotic mistakes that people in real life never would. Maybe I find retrospective narrative gymnastics and oh-so-convenient reveals to be cheap attempts at salvaging an unworkable mess of a story. Either way, Triple Tap's narrative is farcical at best and ludicrous at worst. That may sound harsh, but believe me, the story in this movie deserves to be flogged like the dumb rented ox that it is. Not even a person who is as dumb as Chapman Toe can very convincingly act can shoot a person through the sternum and have the bullet exit under the left armpit and, I quote, hit no major organs. You know what? That's all there is in your effing chest cavity. Okay? Granted, you might have to spend 30 seconds on the internet to work that out, but that's all there is in your chest cavity, right? 2 lungs and a heart. But who needs those? Another repository of apparently disposable organs is the skull, which would be a pretty good place to shoot a person if you want to kill them quickly and be sure that they're dead. And after all, the target is in a coma, in a hospital, surrounded by life support equipment. So obviously the most intelligent and most silent and most assured way of killing him is using a gun. These criminals are... So yeah, the narrative in Triple Tap is dumb enough to lose a debate with that coma patient or even with the vase of flowers on the bed next to the patient. You know, I could exhaustively kind of beat on this thing, but it's really not worth it. What is worth mentioning, especially because it's so diametrically opposed to the story itself, is the acting of many of the people in the film. Daniel Wu, Louis Koo, Chapman Toe, and Andrew Lin deserve mention for doing a good job in their roles. I honestly have no qualms with them or their performances, and in fact almost everybody in the movie acts well. Special sympathy goes to Andrew Lin and Li Bingbing because they get the Chinese ventriloquism treatment. I realize it's hard to be convincing without your own voice, but they did a good enough job that it worked for me. So I have sympathy for them for having to work extra hard. The rest of my sympathy would be reserved for anybody that actually ends up watching this film. I can't recommend that you watch it, but if you want to see it, don't download it. Don't steal the movie. Buy it. In the description, there's a link where you can buy this movie. That's a good thing to do. Stealing it is a bad thing to do. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a comment. If you didn't, leave me a comment anyway. I would also encourage you to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook, because there's things that you'll see there that don't make it into the reviews, like pictures of places in movies, or pictures of people in movies, or pictures of me standing next to people in movies and I'm way too tall and I look stupid and I hate it, but it's what you want, so I do it. If you enjoy the channel, please think about subscribing, and thank you for watching.